Hello everyone, my name is Tish and this is Daily Elevation. So, those of you that know me as being an author of From Abuse to Struggling to Who Am I? And those of you that don't know me, download Daily Elevation's app right now and get the book From Abuse to Struggling to Who Am I? Because it's a dope book, you guys. It's very inspirational, it's very uplifting. At the same time, it's real life situations. And I feel like this, if you struggled in any kind of way, you can relate to my book. Like, my book speaks about my real life situations. And I'm not going to say that I have the worst story in the world. God knows I don't. But I know that I went through a lot. And I know that if there's not one thing in my book that'll touch you, it's something in my book that'll be able to touch you if you struggled in any kind of way. Alright? So moving forward. The topic I want to speak about today is broken people can be rebuilt. So I know you're probably wondering, like, where's she going with that? Broken people can be rebuilt. And I say that to say this before I even go into it. I want to say this. A lot of times when people are broken, when people realize that they're broken, because when people realize that they're broken, a lot of times they don't feel like they can be rebuilt, or they don't know how to rebuild themselves. And a lot of times some people don't even notice them being broken, like myself. I went through rape, domestic violence. I went through a lot over the years and didn't know I was broken. I didn't think I had any issues. I walked around with a chip on my shoulder thinking that was just who I was, you know. I mean, I knew I was a happy person, but when it came to a point in time, I did walk around with a chip on my shoulder. And someone told me, like, you know, yo, a good friend, hey, you got to get some help. You broken, you know. So I say that to say this. If you don't realize that you have a problem, how can you fix it? So if you don't feel like you're not broken, there's nothing you can do to fix it. So I'm here today to show you or tell you some of my examples and other examples that'll show you what causes people to be broken. Because maybe you went through some of the situations that I went through, or went through something that I went through. Or maybe you know somebody that went through something I went through. I mean, that went through something that causes them to be broken. And you can share this video. You know, it's all about us going through things and using what God took us through and brought us out of, and taking it and teaching it to others. It's all about that. So I'm real big on that. I don't know everything. I pretty much speak on things that I have experience with and I've went through and God brought me through. So again, if you don't know it's broken, you can't fix it. There's nothing you can do. So I'm here again to show you or tell you some of the things that causes women and men to be broken. Because I think men can be broken too. Alright, moving forward. So what I believe causes people to be broken is, one, lack of self-love. I feel like this. A lot of times us women and men lack self-love. And sometimes what causes that is insecurities. So you might have something about yourself that you don't like. I know I got some things about myself that I don't like. My mustache. I usually see me in the mirror. I be trying to conceal it up. Wipe my makeup on. Want nobody see my mustache. But I mean, it is what it is. I've learned to embrace it, but I still be trying to cover it up sometimes. You know, my circles, whatever it is. You know, I have things that I don't or dislike about myself. But overall, I love myself, flaws and all. So, anyhow, moving forward. Another thing that causes people to be broken, rape victims. Rape victims. So, a lot of times when rape victims are being raped or been raped, you know, some of them might seek counseling and some of them might not. And some of them might not even know how to rebuild themselves up. You know, I've known people that seek counseling and still got this kind of like guard when it comes to certain things. Like I know someone that was raped and can't stand kissing people. You know, just still not dealing with it wholeheartedly. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. Just not dealing with what they went through. You know, so rape victims, domestic violence victims. Domestic violence victims causes people to become broken. What else? Lack of love from family. So you might have been a child that grew up without your mother or your father, or you lack love from any, your parents or your siblings or family. You didn't get that love, and that'll cause you to be broken in some kind of way, because when you become older, you don't know how to give that love back because you never really had it. So that definitely causes problems with you in the future. You get what I'm saying? When you have children, you don't know how to show them love. You don't know how to get them love. You never had it. So it's like, how can you give somebody something you never had? Another thing, bullied. I think bully causes people to be broken because, a lot of times when people are being bullied, as they become older, they hold so much anger and hate in their heart because they was bullied, that when they become older, they don't know how to deal with it. They become the bullies. Or even in school, before they become older, later on, they become the bullies. They don't know how to handle or deal with the situation. So I definitely think bully is another thing that causes people to be broken. That causes the person to shut down, not want to talk, scared, or whatever it is. It affects them in so many different ways. So bully. I also feel like poor. People growing up to be poor, or growing up being poor, growing up in poverty, it'll cause a person to feel like they can't be successful. So I'm not even going to say all, because that's not true, but some people use that as an excuse. And one of the things that I want to say, when you notice these things, when you notice what causes you to be broken, kind of like take that and dissect it and analyze it. Okay, so for instance, I know when I grew up in poverty, I know I had holey shoes. I know I was being bullied on because I didn't have a decent clothes. Sometimes my clothes was dirty, or, whatever it was. I didn't have everything handed to me. My mother worked hard. It was 9 of us. And when I say it was the best years of my life, you want to know why? You probably wonder, like, why was that the best years? Because it made me respect everything. It made me respect that my mother went out there and hustled and worked every day, and my father, regardless if we didn't have anything. Because I didn't have everything handed to me. And it made me appreciate things. It made me become humble. It made me build strength for when I become older. It made me want to work. And it made me appreciate working. And it made me appreciate life. And it made me appreciate just the finer things. And it made me want to get more. It motivated me. It motivated me to a woman that I never knew I'd be. So when you feel like, when you guys out there and you like, oh, I was poor, I didn't have this, I didn't have that, stop using that as an excuse. A lot of people didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I want to say is to take that negative and turn into a positive. Yeah, I didn't have this. Yeah, I didn't have that. Yeah, I was picked on this. Oh, yeah, I went through that. And because I went through that, it built me up to be a stronger woman. It made me have character. It made me build character. It made me become humble. It made me appreciate life. It made me go out there and get it. Because I ain't have everything handed to me. Had to work for it. When I became 15, became 15 years old. I got my first summer job. I wanted to work. I wanted to work and earn money. So again, don't use that as an excuse. Poor. I'm moving to the next topic because I don't want to get off topic. Bully. If you was bullied, learn how to deal with that. You won't have all kinds of people not liking you. You won't have people don't like you for, you don't even know why they don't like you. You might smile bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? Your forehead might be bigger than theirs, like mine. They be like, oh, that forehead big. I don't like her. No, I'm just saying. No, but people just gonna find reasons not to like you, and it's okay. And you just gotta be okay with it. And you gotta learn to just be like, you know what, whatever. And learn how to stand up for yourself first. Learn how to stand up for yourself, because guess what? If you don't respect you, how you gonna expect anybody else to respect you? And this is for my youth too. Learn how to stand up, babies out there. Learn how to stand up for yourself and know that it's gonna be always people that always don't like other people most of the time for no reason. That's something they gotta deal with. That's just illness and sickness or whatever they gotta deal with. Don't even worry about it, because you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're handsome, and you go out there and get what you want. Go out there and get what you want. Don't let that hold you down. Also, again, learn how to stand up for yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself and stand up for yourself, guess what? Nobody's going to respect you. And don't be no flunky, because nobody respects a flunky. Be a leader. Don't be a follower. Be a leader. Leaders is always respected. All right. Moving forward. I'm trying to get off topic again. Lack of love. So you had lack of love from your family as a child or whatever. You grew up, you didn't have that love. Don't use that as an excuse. Oh, I ain't nobody love me. You know, I've met so many people like that. And I'm not laughing. I mean, to laugh at the situation, you know, because it's not funny. But, you know, because I had people, you know, some people like that too. But overall, my family's a loving family. I want to put the icing on that. But I say that to say this, you know, what you should do is sit down and talk to your family. You know, now that you became older, sit down and talk to them like, yo, you know, when we was young, you know, dad or mom or aunt, grandma, uncle, I didn't feel like you loved me. I didn't feel that love that you gave such and such, or I didn't feel this, or I didn't feel that. Where were you? Why did you leave me? You know, you sit down and you address that with the person. Because guess what? When you get that off here, baby, I'm telling you, you good. Once you get that off of here and get that out of here, because you carried that for so many years. And when you carry that, you ain't hurt nobody but self. Get that off your chest and let them know how you feel. And then after you do it, you pray about it and put it in God's hands. However they respond, that's on them. Because guess what? You did your part. You got it off your chest. You told them how you feel. And then and top it off, still tell them you love them and give them a hug. Because you want to move in a loving way. And you want to move how God wants you to move. So you don't want to have no anger. And you pray that God release all anger out your heart. Alright? So that's how you deal with that. From coming from a family that lack giving you love. You know, so moving forward. Abused. If you was abused or domestic violence, you know, as time grow, after you then dealt with it, you pray, and then one of the first things you want to do, and someone had to tell me this in my first speaking engagement last year. Oh my God, bless her heart. She was like, when I spoke out, she was like, did you forgive the person? And I was like, I think, you know what I'm saying, but I don't want to get off topic. One of the first things you want to do when you're dealing with an abuse relationship, you know, childhood or whatever, you sit that person down and you tell them too. What you did to me, you hurt me. And this go for rape too. I'm going to put the abuse and rape together. What you did, you hurt me. You know, you took a lot from me. You tell them how that made you feel. And you sit down and you tell them how that made you feel. And then again, the first thing you want to do after you tell them that, you know, you want to forgive them and let them know you forgive them. Don't just tell them just to tell them. No, actually take that out your heart and toss it up to God. You toss that, God, I need you to help me with this, you know, help me forgive this person. Because guess what? If you trying to grow and become something else, you know, if you're trying to go to another level, remember, you can't go to another level with that weight right here. That's holding you down. You got to let that go. You got to let it go. And I know it sounds easier said than done. Trust me, boo-boo. I know. I dealt with it for years. I held that in my heart for years. I held on to it. I didn't know how to let that go. I didn't even know I had a problem. I didn't know I had a problem until somebody else told me. I was bitter towards men. I became a gold digger. I did all kinds of stuff because of my last relationship. I didn't want nobody getting close to me. So again, y'all, when y'all in an abusive relationship or whatever, if y'all went through it, you know, set that person down later on and tell them how they made you feel. And you pray about it and put it in God's hand. Because guess what? You got that off your chest. However they deal with it, however they react, that's on them. It's on them. That's something they got to deal with. Moving forward. Insecurities. I want to go back into that one part where I was talking about my mustache. No, I have flaws that I dislike about myself, but I've learned to embrace it. You know, I had to learn to embrace it to love myself. You know, you have to learn how to embrace what you don't like about yourself. If you can't change it, if you can't change it, try to change it if you can. But whatever flaws you have about yourself, Learn how to love it. And even if it takes you looking in the mirror every day, saying something positive about yourself for you to learn how to love it, then do that. You gotta look yourself in the mirror every day and say you're beautiful. I look myself in the mirror every day and I be like, that mustache is thick, but guess what, baby? You still look good. No, I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I'm dead serious, though. I'm serious. I'm serious, y'all. Learn how to love yourself, flaws and all. Because guess what, baby? If you don't love you, nobody gonna love you like you love you. Ain't nobody gonna love you like you love you. So with that being said, learn how to love yourself. Because if don't nobody love you, guess what? You good. I mean, God, you want God to love you. Of course, we want our family to love you. But it's, again, all them might not love you. So learn how to love you, because if somebody walk away from you tomorrow, guess what? You good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So again, I hope I hit enough for you all. Let me see. Yeah, I think I hit enough for you all to know, you know, if it's something that caused you to be broken, or if it's something that caused your friend to be broken, you know, share this video with them. Tell them to watch this video. And I love y'all so much. Like I say, I always say, I want to see everybody winning. I want to see everybody winning. When I move somebody else and somebody inbox me on Instagram or whatever and tell me how much I motivated them or how much hope I gave them, I tell them thank you, but it ain't even me. I can't take all the credit from that. That credit belongs to God, because I feel like this. God took me through everything I went through and brought me out of it. He did that. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So all credit goes to God. Again, I love y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in and watching my videos. And God bless y'all. I'll see y'all soon. All right.